Good morning everyone, welcome to this session. In the previous sessions we are discussing the unit 3 with the basic concepts as different things, linear layout and different concepts are to be discussed. So in this session we have to discuss about the scroll view. So the view components are to be presented in the screen or to be displayed. So whenever you are seeing a unit 3, so different concepts are to be presented. So the view and view group. So what is a view and what is a view group is nothing but if your components are to be arranged, that means the view is nothing but whatever the arrangement of your views like button or anything, any component which to be applied to your user interface is called as one of the view. So the collection of views are called as view group. So whenever if you are having a collection of view elements, but how these view elements are to be arranged in a user interface. In which way we have to arrange the user interface or nothing but we have to use these different types of layouts. Either linear layout. So what is a linear layout meaning? It will arranges the viewer view group elements into some of the format. So what is that format? Either a single row or single column format, it will arranges all the view group elements. And absolute layout. So when we are specifying a absolute position of your screen, so then only we have to place the corresponding view group elements. So for example, this is my corresponding position. So you have to specify the x and y coordinates of this particular position so that you can allocate any one of the view group object to this place. And the table layout. So the table layout, when you are seeing the table, that means if you are having elements are to be represented in a row and column format. So row and column format, the width of the row or the width of the column will be given. The width of the column will be assigned based on the width of the highest element to be presented on that column, so that the width of the column is to be allocated. So here the table layout is nothing but arranging of your table rows in the form of some rows and column format. That means it will arranges all the view group elements in the form of a table. And relative layout. So what is a relative layout is nothing but it will arranges your view group elements relative to each other. So what is a relative to each other? So if you are arranging the first view as in this place, but I want to add a second view, that means I want to add another button that is a corresponding position to this button. So what is the relative positions of this button? So it will be top or it will be bottom. So in that also top and bottom they are having a different relative positions. There is a top left or top right and the bottom left or bottom right. So whatever the components, that means when we want to add a particular information or particular view group element, so that group of element is relative to the previous one. So that arrangement is to be called as relative layout. And next one is a frame layout. So what is this frame layout is nothing but we are seeing a different views, but the arrangement of the views in a form of a layout format. That means it is call it as placeholder. If you are adding one of the picture, so the picture is arranged in a top left. It will start from the top left. The picture is to be arranged. But if you want to add another button, so that button is to be placed on the top of the picture. On the top of the picture, the button is to be placed, and also the button will be start from the top left position of the picture. That means it is in a layered format. The group of elements are to be arranged. And the next thing is scroll view. So in this session, the previous sessions we are already discussed all these topics in brief, but in this session we are discussing only about the concept as scroll view. So why we need to move the scroll view concept? So if the view group elements are more than the physical appearance, so if your view user interface is to be like this, but your view group elements are more than this physical space that is to be appeared in your user interface design, how we have to allocate those or how we have to design that view group elements? For example, if your view is having only occupies 5 elements, only occupies, your user interface is having only 5 elements, but you have to arrange the 10 elements. You have to arrange the 10 elements in this user interface. How it is to be possible to arrange those 10 view group elements to this user interface? So that's why than the physical appearance of the screen, we have to add a more number of views. We have to go with the concept as scroll view. So let us go with that one. So the scroll view. So what is the meaning of the scroll view is nothing but it is a special type of one of the layout as frame layout. So it is also one of the layout format as frame layout. And what is the use of this scroll view is nothing but it enables the users to scroll through the list of views. It enables the users to scroll through the list of views. That means if your user interface is like this, it will occupy more elements than it appears. So that means it is having only 5 elements. It is having only 5 elements, but I want to add 10 elements, 6, 9 and 10. So 10 elements are to be presented. I am designing like this. I want to add more components than your activity space so that it will represent, that means it will disable these, it will displace all these 10 elements by providing one of the scroll bar. Whenever you are pressing the scroll bar, the list of views that is hidden, those are also to be displayed to the user. So that is the point they are saying. So it enables the users, that means it will displace the users, it will displace all the views to the users by scroll through the list of views that occupy more than the space available in the physical display. So your user interface physical display is to be only allocated 5 views. Only allocated 5 views, but I want to arrange totally 10 views. How this one will be appeared to the user? By providing one of the scroll view that is to be available. So the scroll view will displace or arranges one of the scroll on the right side. So by using this scroll bar, it will displace the remaining contents. It will displace the remaining contents what they are presented in the physical display. So more than the physical display space, what are the components are added in your design. So that components ought to be displayed to the users by providing one of the scroll bar. So, and the scroll view contains one of the child views and view group which normally as linear layout. So I am considering one of the example for understanding of this scroll view. So that will contain 5 different view group elements or 5 buttons. That contains view group elements or 5 buttons and 1 edit text to enter the information. So this is a view group will contains elements. I want to arrange all these components using a linear layout, but these 5 buttons, so whenever you are considering a edit text, the size of the edit text is more, so that the size of the edit text contains a more space, so that remaining information, so that buttons will not appear. So whenever you are seeing the example, so button is to be presented and edit text, the edit text will occupy the 300 dp or the remaining space of your activity, and I want to add remaining buttons to your design. But how these buttons will be appeared? The arrangement of all these components ought to be done in linear layout. After arranging of all these components, I want to use one of the scroll view for all these elements to display all the elements, those are to be presented than physical appearance of the screen. More than the physical appearance of your screen, how these components are to be arranged. So let us go with the example. So I am using a linear layout, so that the linear layout will arrange as either single column or single row. So I am using a orientation as vertical. That means whatever the components are added to your design, so that it will start from the top left. It will start from the top left and arranges all your views in a vertical order. That means if you are arranging one of the button, so this is the second button, so this is the first button, this is the second button, and third button is to be arranged. After arranging of the third button, I am giving a one of the edit text. So the edit text is having a more size, that means it is having a 600 dp, that means 600 pixels, so that it occupies more space. So after that I am arranging a button 4 and button 5. So whenever by using a scroll view that is to be available in this place, so that it will cease, it will displace the remaining contents available in this view group. How we have to develop this one? So the programming, so we are not going with a Java programming. So whenever you are creating a one of the application, it will automatically open two different files corresponding to your, so those are, first thing is XML and the second one is Java. But in these two files, I am only going with this XML. Why? Because I am designing only the user interface. We are not performing any action with that application. So whenever you are seeing this one, this example, you are going to display all the 5 buttons along with a one edit text. There is no action to be performed in this application. Only the designing of user interface which contains how we have to create a scroll view button. So initially we are going with the user interface design, that's why you are going with the XML file. So each and every XML file will contain one of the statement as XML version and encoding technique to convert the information. And next thing is we have to apply a scroll view to all the components or to all the view group elements. So the scroll view is to be opened. Anything will be opened in your Android is like this in the XML file. So less than is a starting symbol. If you want to open a linear layout also, you have to give in less than linear layout. But in this case, I am using only the scroll view. So that's why less than scroll view is the opening tag. So within that opening, so what is the size of the scroll view? What is the size of the scroll view? So that size will be decided by the two properties. Those are Android width and height. So each and every property will start with the keyword Android. So I want to mention the size of your scroll view, so that I am giving a layout width and layout height. These two properties will decide, so what is the scroll view size. So it will having a fill parent and fill parent. That means whatever the parent, so whatever your emulator size, that size will be allocated to your scroll view. And this is a XMLNS, that is a namespace to identify it easily to this application. And next thing is we have to apply a linear layout. So why we are using a linear layout is for easy understanding of programming, we are using a linear layout. Why? Because linear layout arranges all your view group elements either single row or single column. Based on the orientation property, it will arranges either in these two formats only. So if the orientation is vertical or if the orientation is horizontal, so based on that it will arrange a single row or single column format. So the scroll view is applied to all the design, all the your emulator. So in that we are arranging a linear layout to arrange the view group elements. So the linear layout will be opened, and what are the different properties? What is the size of your linear layout? How much it will be allocated? So it is having a width is fill parent, that it will occupy all the width which is available, and height is wrap content. So why? Because we are giving a wrap content. So based on the linear layout, so that means if your linear layout, so you are considering a linear layout, so what are the different things? Button, button and edit text, button and button and button. So that means if your height is equal to whatever the contents to be presented in your linear layout. So that's why we are giving a property as wrap content. Whatever the content size, so that much of height is to be allocated for the linear layout. They are not specifying as fill parent. If you are specifying the fill parent, the parent size will be occupied to that one. But they are mentioning only the wrap content. That means whatever the contents to be presented in the linear layout, though that space is to be specified, that space will occupy by using a linear layout. The size will be decided based on the contents to be provided in the linear layout. And next thing is, we are having one of the property as orientation. Why? Because orientation property is important, is nothing but. So we have to say that these view group of elements are to be arranged in either vertical manner or either horizontal manner. So in which manner we have to arrange these view group elements? So we are having 5 buttons and we are having one edit text. How this arrangement will be displayed? So that arrangement will be properly guided by using orientation property. So what is the value here we are consider is vertical, so is one of the value, and another possible value is horizontal. So vertical is one of the value, we have to, it is possible, or we have to specify horizontal. So whenever if you are specifying a horizontal, it will arranges your components in this format. That means it will arranges in one of the single row format. Whenever you are specifying a vertical means it will arranges your components like this. That means it will arranges your components into a vertical format. That means your contents ought to be in a single column format or single row format. So in this, what are the components we are added in this linear layout? So those one will be mentioned here. So based on our requirement, we have to display 2 different buttons. After that, we have to display one of the edit text, and then we have to display different, what is it? Another 3 buttons. So for that, we have to implement one of the button. So anything will be starts with a less than. So I am opening a button. So and I am included the button. Each and every property will start with Android. So the first property, here we are not having any single button. We are having 5 different buttons. That means to identify which button, so we have to place one of the property as ID. So the ID property is used to uniquely identify the button. So that's why we are giving a ID. So whenever you are considering your class, so you are also having a roll number. So why? Because so to identify a people, to identify the student particularly, we have to go with a unique roll number. So in that same way, we have to identify the button easily. So we are going with the property as ID property. So what is the ID? Each and every ID will be starts with the keyword as @ +ID. @+ID is a keyword. So after that, we have to specify what is the ID of that button. So what is the ID is nothing but button 1. Why? Because this is a first button we are implemented in the application is, so that's why I am giving a ID of the button is button 1. And after that, what is the size of the button? How much size it will be displayed to your user interface. So that one is to be decided by layout width and layout height properties. So what is the layout width? What is the width of the button will be decided by using this layout width. So whenever you are seeing fill parent, that means the width is allocated to your user interface width. So this is your activity space. This is your activity space. The width of the button will be allocated to parent. That means whatever the width is to be available, so that much of width of button is to be created. And the height is wrap content. The height is wrap content. So wrap content means whatever the content to be provided in that button, so that much of height is to be available, is to be allocated. So the button text property is nothing but what is a message or what is a button name that will be displayed is nothing but button 1. So I am creating one of the thing is button 1. So it will start from the top left. It will start from the top left. Why? Because linear layout. So we are giving as vertical. So that's why it will consider this one. The width is allocated to fill parent, and height is whatever the content size, that content size will be allocated to the button. And next thing is we are having another button. So another button is also having similar properties to the same, but the properties are same, but the values will be vary. So ID. So to uniquely identify your button number 2, so I am giving a ID as button 2. And layout width and layout height, those are same. So fill parent and wrap content. And here what is the button name? So the button name is button 2. The button name is button 2 is a name. So it will display a second button like this. It will add a button number 2 to the user interface design. And next thing is we have to add a third button. So the third button ID is, what is the ID of the third button? Is a button 3. And what is the properties? Width and height. And the name of the button is button 3. So it will add a button number 3 to the user interface design. And next thing is we have to apply a edit text. So what is the edit text? Edit text is also having a ID property. And what is the width and what is the height? The width is equal to your fill parent. That means whatever the width is available, so that much of the width is to be allocated to the edit text. And what is the height? So the height is 300 pixels. So in your activity space, the 300 pixel space after the 3 buttons, that means, so the button 1, button 2 and button 3. So after that 300 pixel space is to be specified, is to be used by the, is allocated to the edit text. So this is a closing tag of your edit text. So the edit text will be not having any information. Why? Because we are using edit text is, we have to collect the details from the user. We have to collect the details from the user. This edit text will be helpful. So, and next thing is, again we are adding a button 4. So the button 4 is having a ID is button 4 and the text it will be appeared on that button is also a button 4, and button 5 will be appeared, and button 5 is the name of the button. So after that we are closing a linear layout. Why? Because I am having a displaying a all these buttons, 5 buttons and 1 edit text in the form of a vertical order. So that I am opening a linear layout, in that we are setting a one of the thing as orientation as vertical. So we are closing this one. After that scroll view is closed. So whenever if you are observed this one, the scroll view, so the scroll view is also closed. So the scroll view is only allocated to this part. So what is the part? The scroll view will be only displays the contents, those are to be presented in the within the linear layout. That means within the screen, within the linear layout, whatever the components are to be presented, so that much of part is to be allocated to the linear layout, and along with the scroll view is to be applied. So linear layout. So in that linear layout I am giving a one of the view group elements. So I am applying a scroll view. I am applying a, so that means only the arrangement is to be considered by using a linear layout. To all these we are applying a scroll view. So to display the extra content which are to be hidden by than the activity. So your activity space is to be only this, but I want to add a more space to your physical than the physical appearance, so that we are using a concept as scroll view. So the output is like this. So buttons are to be displayed, and edit text with a size is 300 pixels. So that one is to be displayed, and button 4 and button 5. By pressing a scroll bar to be available in this place, it will be displays the contents. By pressing a scroll bar, so it will be arranges. So in this session you are well understanding about the concept as scroll view. So let us assess yourself by using a assignment questions. So discuss about the concept of scroll view. So what is a scroll view? So that concept will be discussed. So than the physical appearance of your activity, we have to add a more space, we have to add a more views. So we have to go with the concept as scroll view. And explain the different properties regarding your scroll view. So what are the different properties are to be introduced in this scroll view? So we are not introducing any different properties, we are using one of the tag as scroll view tag. So that one is to be used. And next one is develop an application with a scroll view. So all of you develop an application for the corresponding output by using a scroll view. Whenever you are seeing this example, it will contain nearly 9 buttons. So these 9 buttons will occupy more space than it will contain activity space. The user interface will only occupy only 5 buttons, but it will having 9 buttons. How the contents are to be displayed? So that one is to be discussed in this. So all of you develop the application according to this example. Okay. So the scroll view implementation and what are the different properties are to be introduced in this scroll view, and develop an application corresponding to this output. Thank you all.